And we all need each other's help. We can't do this alone. We all go through ups and downs, and we need each other. But it's not enough just to have a family. It's not enough this. We really need a community. Brothers and sisters we can turn to for support, for love, and for help. So these are our core values. We are going to have them documented. You can look at them anytime. But these are the things we want to highlight and emphasize as we keep building and keep growing our Heavenly Parents' holy community here in Las Vegas. Yes. So we unveiled last week branding. We're going to have more branding. Las Vegas Holy Community. Did anyone notice the new branding and the video boards downstairs? Give a round of applause for Michael. He's been working really hard on that, Michael Holmes. Where are you at? He's somewhere. There you are. Good to see you. And we're going to keep making steps. We're not having everything perfected at once. We're just going to keep getting better and better and keep going and going. We're now have it's ready, right, Michael? People can log in. Okay, we have a new website. LasVegasCommunity.org or LV Community. I'm confused already. Michael, what is it again? LVCommunity.org. This is going to be our website where if you want to share about our faith or our community to people, they can go in. They can learn about us. We'll have information. We'll also have information about our gatherings, events. You can find our Sunday gathering videos there. If you want to know events that are coming up, it'll be on that website. If you want to connect to, this week, we're going to create new social media channels. We're going to have a LV Community Facebook, a YouTube channel, and a Instagram. When I get cool enough, we might have a TikTok. And if you don't know what that is, ask your kids. Some point. I can't keep up anymore. I feel so old. Me and my friends, I'm like, do you guys post on social media? They're like, no, we don't. I'm like, guys, we're outdated. I'm 34 years old and I'm called a boomer. But we're also going to have, it's open right now, but we're going to, just so people can explore the site, but then we're going to close. We're going to have a membership area. You have to register and be registered in our community to have access to the membership area. In the membership area is where we will put providential updates. So everything front-facing will be open that anybody and everybody can see. In the members area, we'll have things like a directory of members. We'll have providential updates. We'll have also internal guidances. Right now, Reverend Du, every on Shield 8 days, is posting providential internal guidance for our community members. We'll have it all there documented. We have in Las Vegas the Cheongshim Providence. If there's important announcements, updates, we'll put all that there too. So that's all going to be in our members area. So I invite you, use the site, come join our social media channels. And now I think we're at the stage where if people really want to plug in and follow us wherever they are in the country, they can do that, or in the world. So last year, we did so many cool things. Last year was really about just getting stuff started. And when we reflect, when Reverend Duke even gives his presentation of how far we've come, I'm like, crap, we did a lot. We transformed our Sunday gatherings. We did a Essentials of Real Love study last year. We renovated and debuted a youth center. We've had amazing meetups with all different kinds with brothers and sisters all over the place. We've started the Cheongshim Providence. That was huge for our community and for God's providence. We pioneered a Las Vegas sports team. And not only did we show up, we kicked butt. Yeah. And we had amazing community events. So many parties and picnics and stuff. It was just a lot of fun activities. And that's just me thinking off the top of my head. When we really go into it, we did so much more. So I was really thinking to myself, okay, we did all that. Where are we going? What's next? What's next? How can we keep building this community? And I really think that this year, the focus is we're going to dig deeper. We're going to go deeper. We had a chance to kind of set the foundation, but now we got to take it to another level. To share about when we hear God's providence, we hear True Parents' words, our mission in the world is very special. We're not just average people. Nothing wrong with being an average person. It's just God's calling on us. I wonder if all the central figures in human history, if they actually knew what they were signing up for, if they would just be like, oh man, no way. It's kind of intimidating, right? But we have that understanding. Wow, all human history is culminating to this point, and we have all this foundation and 6,000 years and da-da-da-da-da-da. We're the fruit. Whether we like it or not, we have a mission in our lives. And we have to create this God's ideal, God's dream. We have to make this a reality. Our whole family pledge, when True Parents instituted the family pledge, this is what our family's promising to do. What do we say in English? What do we say at the end of every single line? Centering on true love. Has anyone here raised your hand if you've heard Father or Mother Moon talk about love before? Raise your hand. Man, some people here are shy. They talked about it all the time. There's so many mentions and speeches and things. One time I opened up a speech and I clicked Control F, which means you can look for something on a page, and I typed in love. Give me some mention of love, and I had like 100 instances. It's a big thing. And in the family pledge, in particular, number 6, we pledge to perfect a family that conveys heaven's blessings to our community. This refers to being channels of blessings. It is not in order to lead successful lives by ourselves alone that we receive the blessing. Once we have received the call before anybody else, we must make the families of all our brothers and sisters in the whole world families like ours. So we are saying that by propagating heavenly fortune, we will be families existing for the cause of making other families like ours. It is not for us alone. We mean that we will create a family harmony that can accomplish everything and bring all families into harmony so that they can be unified. But the main big point in that is we're having these families in this to contribute to the community. True Mother has shared in the speech, true owners of Chunilguk who practice true love, I will give you the motto we should uphold. Let us become true owners of Chunilguk who practice true love in resemblance to our Creator, the Heavenly Parent. Our mission's clear. She's also said, in our mission for the settlement of Chunilguk, we need to take the path towards settlement of Chunilguk, not merely occupation. Our culture as a faith community, for many years, we were what was called in a wilderness time period. We were in an indemnity period. Indemnity means you have to create the condition to restore something that happened in the past. But indemnity, because you have to create the condition, it's a very conditional time period. And for a lot of our members, you were running around for the last 30, 40 years in all these programs and paradigms and initiatives, doing whatever God has asked you to do to help create those conditions. And it was hard. Young people, we have it a lot easier than our parents did. They had to come and do a lot of very interesting things. Very interesting. But they did it. They felt God was calling them for a special dream and a mission. Every time I give a fireside chat, it's the same. I want to build God's dream. I want to build God's dream. I'll do what it takes. I'll stand up. That is the glory of our elder members. Yes. But in 2013, True Parents initiated Chunulguk, the kingdom of heaven. And they declared that this is a settlement age. Settlement age is very different than an indemnity age. In the settlement age, we don't have to conditionally do things. In the settlement age, we can basically substantiate the dream of God. We can substantiate it. So in a conditional time period, you have to earn things so God can work. But in a settlement time, if that's conditional, if we're going to really establish God's love, it has to be unconditional. And unconditional means you don't have to earn it. We can share God's love freely. This is a huge point in providential history to be able to have that. If you compare thousands of years ago, people were afraid of God. To have a relationship with God, you had to sacrifice a goat and this animal. And coming in through providential human history, all the conditions we had to do to have a time period where we're told we can just settle and create God's love substantially, that's big. It's huge. True Mother specifically is asking us now to become these holy communities, a place where God's love can reside. So 10 days ago, 12 days ago, I took a business trip. I used to live in Puerto Rico. Before I took this mission, half the year I was living in Puerto Rico and half the year I was here. It's a long, fun story, but at one point I was like, man, I love my friends in Puerto Rico, but there's nothing like my family members here. And I just started to get this feeling like, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. And then Reverend Dew asked me to have a dinner. And whenever a leader asks you for dinner, it's not because they want to talk about who's going to win the Super Bowl. There's something. Anyway, I went back there for business 12 days ago. And I was sitting on the beach in the Encanto, my favorite resort, sitting on the beach with the ocean, 82-degree weather. Don't feel sorry for me. And I was thinking about all that we've gone through as a community, where we're going. And in particular, I've had my life impacted by the Real Love Principles by the author Greg Bear. It's been my joy this last year to be able to share them with members of our community. One of my highlights was doing the Essentials of Real Love, which was a study on how to practice unconditional love in your life. My wife and I have become closer. It's changed how we parent with our kids. We are more peaceful, joyful people. I say more because I still am growing. I have since, when I've been able to study True Parents' words, understand them better when they're talking about how to practice true love. It's been an amazing tool for me, and the feedback I got from many people was it was very helpful. So I was thinking about this point. We have to become people now that practice unconditional love. We have to leave this indemnity time period over and substantiate it. It's clear in True Parents' words, everything's riding on it. We don't have time to waste. We have to bring God's reality that He's been dreaming about since the time of creation and practice it in our lives. It's time. Everything is riding on it. True Parents' legacy is riding on us and how we can create true love. Our elder member, all their efforts is residing on us being able to create this ideal of practicing true love. This is a make or break time in the Providence and for our faith community. I'm really understating right now how important it is. But True Mother's asking us, become a holy community. It's very clear we're in a settlement age. We need to be able to practice unconditional love. And so I was thinking, okay, how can we go deeper? How can we do it more? And I had this idea in my head for a long time, and I was just never, ever pulling the trigger on it. Never, ever pulling the trigger on it. And it was on this beach, when I had a very clear mind, I just got this feeling, which is, Jonathan, just do it. I'm like, dang, it's going to be soon. Just do it. We got to figure out details. Just do it. So very exciting that on February 26th, we are going to be flying in Greg Baer to come spend the whole day with our community. This is a pretty cool thing for our community because he has not done a live event in years. I think 2015, at least way before COVID. So the first live event he's going to do is going to be for us. Second, we've never done an event before where it's practicing real love content, where it's geared towards and focused on a unificationist community. This is going to be groundbreaking. It's never been done before, and it's going to be awesome. Yes. In this situation, you're going to be able to hear tools. I don't know if everyone knows, you'll probably hear Greg Baer's story, but God really inspired him. God has been inspiring many people to help us to create God's dream. And real love is a tool that can help us to be able to accomplish true parents' vision of creating unconditionally loving families, marriages, and a community. So what we're going to do is he's going to be our guest of honor for the fireside chat on the 26th during our community gathering. I'm going to be able to interview him, we're going to be able to talk stories, and you could be able to hear his experience, how God inspired him, and what these principles of unconditional love and how you can practice them in your life. Then we'll have a lunch, and for those that register, we'll have a special afternoon session from about 1 to 5. And this is a chance where we get a chance to get deep and really be able to discuss these principles in action. So he told me he'll probably talk maybe 20 minutes, share some concepts, but after that, it's going to be open to question and answer, where we can bring up situations, things we have questions on, how to practice, and we can just be able to talk about that directly. This can be a turning point for many people. This can be a turning point for our community. This is an incredible blessing and resource for us to help us. So if any of you ever have desire to eliminate conflicts in your life, reduce your anxiety, raise your confidence, become closer to your spouse, become a more loving and patient parent, or if you just want to better feel God's love, I encourage you to come. I encourage you to be a part of it. I think it's going to be amazing. Everyone, please register. It's so important. It'll be impossible that you won't learn something that you can't apply to your life that's going to make things better. I talked about this with one of our elder members on the phone, and this person got really excited, asked me not to name who it is, so I said, okay, I won't. But he was like, Jonathan, I can't emphasize how big this is. There's nothing more important. I don't think members can know how special this opportunity is. Just, wow, this is huge, huge, like a Donald Trump voice. This is huge, huge, huge. I was like, wow, I wish I recorded it. If you're interested and would like to register, lvcommunity.org/news/real-love. It will be in your bulletin. It should be there for where you can register. And it will be on our website, in our emails. There'll be plenty of opportunity. I think this is the perfect catalyst to help us go deeper. This is the perfect thing to help us get to the next level. I think True Mother has a special place in our heart for our community. I think God is very inspired by Las Vegas. And this is a tool that's going to help us to keep going. So I really encourage everyone, be there. You don't want to miss it. Everything is residing on us being able to practice unconditional love, God's love. Who can come to this? Our main session, 1 to 5, we're asking 18 and older. There will be adult topics. However, under 18 can come if their parents approve. We will have childcare. I don't know yet who's going to be giving the childcare because everyone that comes to my mind, I'm like, crap, I want them to be part of the event. But we will figure out childcare. If you have newborn babies, we ask that they don't attend the session, just so that we can create a great dynamic. There is, for cost, we are asking a $50 offering per person for the whole afternoon. Lunch will be provided after our gathering. If you can give more than $50, please do. If you cannot give $50, please come anyway. Offer what you can. We want to be able to have everyone to be able to be here. So our true parents, I found this picture and I thought it just summed up everything perfectly. We love you so much. Father loves you so much. Be confident. Please never forget that your parents are with you. We're going to have a very exciting year. God's not done with us yet, and we're going to keep going and take the next step in creating the kingdom of heaven here in Las Vegas in our community, and I'm very excited to be doing it all with you. Join me in prayer. Our dear Heavenly Parent, thank you so